Hi, my name is Sia and I will presenting about Bai Salam. What is Bai Salam? Bai Salam, based on Putri and Razia and Muniza 2019, explained that Bai Salam contract can benefit the buyer and seller in a following ways. 1. Seller can receive an advance payment. Secondly, the buyer can buy agriculture product at a reasonable price. Bai Salam is an Islamic forward sales agreement in which the buyer make a payment of full price prior to delivery of goods by seller later on. Basically, it is a making payment today in order to get later, as long as the transactions is carried out in accordance with the strict Islamic principle in order to avoid uncertainty, gharar. On the key element, based on Putri and Dewi 2011, Bai Salam pillar have Salam contract. Consider that Salam is valid when 5 pillars are fulfilled. 1. Buyer, Al-Muslim, the party who pays the Salam capital price in advance. Secondly, seller, Al-Muslim Illah, the party who promised to deliver the goods at a future date. Thirdly, transactions, object or goods, Al-Muslim Fihi, the goods being sold must be clearly described, type, quality and quantity. Fourth, Salam capital or price, Rah al-Mal, the price must be paid fully at the time of the contract. And lastly, which is agreement of offer and acceptance. Sikhat, Ijab, Kabul, a clear contract agreement through offer and acceptance. This forms the basic structure required for a Salam contract to be valid in Islam law. How it works? There's 5 steps actually. First, the buyer and the seller must clearly agree on the goods. This includes the type, quality, quantity, deliver place, and deliver date. Everything must be specific to avoid uncertainty. Second, the buyer must pay the full price upfront. This is the key feature of Bai Salam. The reason is to provide immediate capital to the seller, such as a farmer or producer, so they can start producing the goods. Third, the seller uses this advance payment to produce or prepare the goods, whether it is involved harvesting, manufacturing, or any other process. Fourth, the delivery date arrives. The seller must deliver the exact what was agreed. Same quality, same quantity, and agreed time and place. If the goods are late or not up to standard, the buyer have the right to reject them. Finally, once the buyer receives the goods, the contract is complete and the Salam transactions end. There is one issue that is related, which is in Pakistan. Farmers do not frequently have funding before the planting seasons. They require funds to purchase seeds, fertilizer, and labor. But there is a little formal financing available. Because of this, the majority of farmers are turning to middlemen or interest-based loan, which is too expensive and potentially exploit. So this is where Bai Salam was chosen as the appropriate alternative, and Islamic banks become the buyer of entire price and the purchase of the setup. The seller who are farmer use this capital in producing crops, wheat or rice, and the promise to bring a certain quantity and quality of crops at harvest. This provides the farmers with instant Shariah compliance financing and enable to the bank to hedge future goods at an agreed price. Nevertheless, based on Kalem and Ahmad 2010, state that the largest pragmatic difficulty is the default or the non-delivery risk. Farmers might not able to deliver in case of failure of crops because of the weather or other uncertainty, but when this happens, the bank is likely to lose the full amount of the advance payment. It was also reported by the study that bankers are not ready to handle the crop handling, monitoring, and recovery, and this further make them hesitant to handle Bai Salam at large scale. Due such risk, the Bai Salam not utilized fully in the agriculture sector of Pakistan, despite its high potential of assisting the farmer as well as lessening the dependence of informal lenders. So what is the importance? Bai Salam assists in reductions of poverty. Salam is an Islamic finance tool that is primarily applied in financing of farmers and agriculture companies. This form of financial permit prior payment of product which give monetary comfort to the farmers. Secondly, Bai Salam help improvise farmers. Salam was launched to address the interests of small farmers who require cash to cultivate their land, as well as to nourish their family until the harvesting period. And thirdly, Bai Salam minimize the price of volatility, stabilize the market. Based on Kalem and Ahmad 2010 emphasized that Salam contract may provide handy in minimizing price volatility by fixing the future price by contract. And the last is in line with Islamic value of not exploiting, guarantees the farmers against falling into the hands of moneylenders who usually charge them very high interest, which is forbidden in Islam as riba interest, and any usury loan other than this in order to avoid cheating and manipulation. In conclusions, the Bai Salam is a Shariah compliance financing arrangement in which the buyer pays the full price at once item that will be delivered in future. Bai Salam has great potential as a tool of financing that is ethical to both buyer and seller, in particular within the agriculture industry. So it is executions and management of risk depending on the way it is applied. However, Bai Salam has a realistic problem, especially when the threat of not deliver goods because of the factors such as crop failure. Hence, the reason why the financial institutions are reluctant with its widespread use. It must be closely monitored. Mitigations policies of the risk must be implemented, and supportive policies must be established in order to maximize the benefits. Bai Salam is a Sharia compliance financing arrangement in which the buyer pay full price at once item that will be delivered in the future, but it can be threat of not delivering good because of factors such as crop failure. Thus, it must be closely monitored.